What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pilillo and today I want to discuss Angeal weapon tier list. So I want to go through all the weapons and rank them in different categories with one big disclaimer. I appreciate that tier lists are not really the best way to categorize weapons in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis because every fight is very different and it depends a lot on are we playing co-op, are we playing ranked, are we playing elemental fights or non-elemental fights, because an elemental weapon could be S plus tier needed mandatory in some fights, but in other it will be like rubbish, right? So there is gonna be a lot of it depends, but still I want to try this format which is quite common in the gaming space, even though I appreciate it's not perhaps the best one. Because of that, I added some tags to every tier so that it represents something more than just like a number or a letter. Starting with the weapon of the banner, Tranquility. For me, this one is quite unique for three different reasons, and that's why I consider this S plus tier. First of all, it's the only weapon right now in the game that does his two unique abilities, Provoke and Build. And then it does some nice damage, but Provoke and Build together is the only weapon that can do that. After that, the second reason is it boosts physical attack to all allies, which is extremely powerful. I appreciate that in that category, Cloud Weapon, for example, would be better because, we have it already, it's part of the anniversary. We don't need to pull on this one, but and also does 40k damage all the time, which seems perhaps better than this one. Seems quite broken, but still, I think this is like these kind of abilities that boost the whole party are extremely powerful and really, really good to consider because they can always work not only in Angeal but in any unit as a secondary, sorry, as a sub weapon, right? So that's my two reason. The third reason is it breaks Triangle Seal. This is the only weapon that breaks Triangle Seal in the whole Angeal kit right now, right? He has another weapon that we will see later that breaks Diamond Seal, but that will come later. So S plus tier. Type 90 Longsword. Cool. So we start now with the it depends. This weapon, for example, you will never use this one as your primary or secondary weapon. This will easily go into the back row, into the, like the sub weapons, like, the back row. And we boost physical defense 62 points, which is extremely useful for one single unit. Because of that, I consider this like great secondaries, okay? Maybe let's say great sub weapons, right? So they are there, they could help any of your units, and it has not bad stats, and it also boosts physical ability potency, which is always really good to have. Now, going into Great Sword A, this one, for me, let's say, physical defense is decreased high to all enemies, and then Veil, and then physical attack, and then boost physical ability potency. For me, this is really, really good because it's not only physical, so it applies 9 stack if we think about it. 3 physical defense down to one enemy, 3 to one enemy, and 3 to the last one, right? So if we have 3 enemies, 9 stacks of physical defense down, plus Veil, which is like really good in my opinion. So then I consider that S tier, like my category is Omega, great buffs and debuffs, right? So it's like extremely powerful for a physical team. Now, and also as a secondary, it could also work because physical 31, physical ability potency 52, really, really good. Going into type 91 200, this one is the weapon I was saying before, is the one that breaks Diamond Seal because that is quite unique. Physical attack decrease mid that can go up to high, very good. Magical attack decrease mid that stays as mid. So in a way, this could add 5 stacks down to a single enemy after 2 hits. The good thing is that it only costs 3 ATB, which is a massive win. It's the first weapon that we are seeing that is this fast. And only costing 3 ATBs for Diamond Seal is extremely, extremely good. Because of that, I think this one is, where is this? Yeah, I put it in the S tier as well, with because it's not only about the stacks. It could do 5 stacks down, but it's the speed that this weapon brings, plus boost ability potency. I think this is fantastic. Now, Shinra Great Sword Model 1. This one deals 620 physical and non-elemental damage, and it can crit, and it does Earth Resist down. Great. So I have this one in the very situational category because honestly, how often do we see Earth? Sometimes, lately, sometimes. But if it's not Earth, then you only use this one as a secondary, which is actually decent. Physical attacks 46, buff and debuff extension 39. Not a bad weapon at all. It's just like it's very situational. Very, very situational. But it's extremely good to see that this unit can bring also these weapons. CC Alloy Greatsword, elemental damage. This now replace Murasame or, well, Murasame is physical, but you see where I'm going. It's a really good weapon to have whenever you are fighting water bosses that are weak to thunder. Magical attack 62 points is extremely good. So this is easily like when we're talking about elemental fights, this will be like an S tier. But in general, it's a B tier or A tier, probably A tier, great sub weapons, because 62 points in magical attack, extremely powerful, 900% damage, really good. Stats are not bad, 664. But it depends a lot on that fight. So you will not see this all the time. Same with the Earth. Very, very situational. That's why I was saying there is a lot of it depends. And I just want to discuss like which ones are really exceptional, because then it's not so much and it depends. It's like clearly great. Stalwart Integrity. Physical defense is increased high. Magical Heal is cast to all allies. Also physical defense is to all allies. And then HP, when HP is 70% or more, physical attack is also increased high. So this is extremely unique. In the past, we have seen Kamura that does magical defense up and physical attack up. This is the opposite, physical defense and physical attack. And it's extremely good, extremely powerful. Also, it's 62 HP, which we will benefit from because we want to use Veil in this unit. So this one could easily be our secondary, for example, granting us a lot of survivability and a lot more damage to our team. I rate this one as a S tier as well, like Omega Great. So similar to Omega Great, similar to the one we saw before, the Type 91 and the Great Sword. Omega Great, because of the amount of buffs that they bring into the table. Really good. Now, Innocent Warrior, yes, it's not bad as a secondary or as a sub weapon. 520 to all enemies, 31 points, 52 fire potency. Is one of those things that is a good elemental weapon that you can add to your second row if you have it, to increase a bit your magical attack and your fire potency. It depends a lot on the fights. Nothing extremely special, but as a secondary, really good to have if you're looking to min-max your fire teams. Gargantua Monolith. Provoke is applied. Magical defense is increased to high, but to himself, only to himself. And then physical heal is cast. Well. I think I would say the design is okay, but like, when we start talking about the design, that means something is missing here. If this was magical defense increased to all allies, then of course it would be fantastic. It would be probably not exactly in the S Omega Great buffs, but yeah, I think I will drop this one here to the great sub weapons, or perhaps like a lower category that is like C tier. Yeah, perhaps this is C tier, because it's just magical defense increased to himself. You're never gonna use this. And then provoke, sure, but if you're playing with Angeal, then that's because you have his weapon of the banner, isn't it? Healing cast 15%. Do you really need that? I'm not sure about this weapon. What do you? Am I missing something? Sequoia Dendron, 600% physical element earth, and it can be multiplied by 2, which will be a lot of damage. Very situational for those earth fights, but yeah, also also good. Ultimate type 90 longsword, physical defense increase. So Sequoia is B tier. The ultimate is wow, physical defense increase mid, magical defense increase mid. It can go up to high. That's very very good because this comes for free. So for free, you could potentially have physical defense high and magical defense high if you were already buff. Also boost physical defense 20 points and magical defense 20 points. Really good to have. So I think this is like an A plus tier. Is maybe yeah, I think A plus tier because first of all, ultimate weapons cost a lot of coins that they are quite scarce right now. So investing on this one, we could be potentially missing other great weapons that will be released in the future. We don't know much about these ultimate weapons. And it's not clearly like Genji Blade. For example, Genji Blade is S plus tier. This one is like good, but if you don't have it, you're missing some points that you could get by using materia or some brands. Yes, it will add a lot to your survivability when it comes to physical defense and boost physical defense. And the ability is not bad. It's like Syringe from Matt. Similar, very similar. It just has one usage. I don't think this will actually save you in many fights. If you want a physical defense, you could use the other weapon that you already have. Stalwart Integrity, physical defense up to high. And if you want a magical defense, you could have other units bringing that thing. So yeah, I think it's A plus. A plus for me. What do you think? Now the guild weapon deals 490%. The lower your HP, the higher the ability potency. Provoke is applied. Well, this one for me, the C ability is pretty. I mean, it could be multiplied by 3. Yes, but you need to force yourself to have really low HP. Are we really gonna use this weapon as a primary or secondary? I don't think so. Now, boost earth resist and boost physical defense to all allies. This is hinting at a summon that could, that is coming, is coming around the corner, that is gonna do a lot of earth damage, and having physical defense to all allies is always extremely useful. Even if you are not fighting Titan, physical defense to all allies is one of those abilities that are so unique that for me is an S plus tier. Because, all those abilities that will help all or party are really good to have, Like having one of those, just one, in your whole party is going to be such a difference in a ranking event, for example. And I experienced that recently where I was, for the first time, buying some of the guild weapons. And like after seeing my guildies like Edward, Chaos, or VRT. By the way, check VRT videos; they are amazing. After seeing them doing their runs, I could learn a lot from them and see how much these kind of weapons, how much value they bring into the table, and that's why for me it's S plus tier. So, as a recap, 2 S plus tier weapons because they contain abilities that will help everyone, plus Tranquility has Provoke and Build. Then 3 that has really good buffs, one of them physical defense up, the other one plus physical attack, the other one physical defense down, and lastly this one that breaks Diamond and does physical attack down and magical attack down. The ultimate weapon is like, okay, a bit meh, A plus, nothing major. It could have been S, Omega great. If it, for example, if we could have bring Veil as well, or Provoke as well, or both, then it will be quite unique. For example, if we compare this to Vincent, Vincent brings his signature ability, which is increasing his limit break so that he can become a beast and then get magical attack super high or physical attack super high. This one doesn't do anything that is unique to the unit, because of that it's a bit meh. And then, yeah, 3 that are A tier, good to have on the secondary row depending on the elemental fights or if you need physical defense. And then 2, 1 fire, 1 quake weapon, quick one doing a lot of damage if you manage to get HP really low. And lastly, your support for Earth, which could go really well with Sequoia Dendron, and then you have like a really good physical Quake unit. So overall, promising, really promising unit that I can wait to see more of his banner and more of how is he going to evolve as a unit. And with this is all my thoughts about Angeal tier list. Please let me know what do you think about Angeal so far. Are you gonna pull on him? Are you waiting? Are you saving for anything? Me personally, I'm gonna go for the outfit for sure, and I'm gonna go up to page 2, trying to get Tranquility OB10. That's for sure. You will see a video coming shortly. And then I don't know how much, I don't know if I'm gonna invest in his whale banner heavily, trying to get, some of these great weapons that will be fantastic as secondaries. I'm not sure about that yet. I need to figure out my investment. And Edward always says, there is never a good time to invest. It's like if you go all the way, or if not, you are going to be playing second fiddle. And I want to stand on that thought a bit later in a different video, because that's like a whole complex topic. But yeah, I was never expecting Angeal. I never prepared for this. So yeah, I'm gonna go a bit for the outfit, just in case in the future it will be it will become even a more important unit. Why not? And then we will see what comes later. This is it. Thanks a lot for watching. Until the next time, if you like this content, please consider throwing a like and subscribe. Cheerios. Bye bye.